I like to go for long walks, walks that cleanse the lungs and cleanse the spirit. This walk, though, has particular meaning for me, and it's a pilgrimage I make every year at this time. I can remember every detail of my wife's appearance, even though she's been gone for nearly 10 years. I remember how her cheekbones would rise when she smiled. Remember her long, raven black hair flowing down her back like a shiny waterfall. I also remember how she looked without hair. She was still beautiful, and she could still smile, but not as often as she used to. The sickness came and went quickly enough, but when it went, it took her with it. I was only 31 years old at the time. She, 33, and our daughter, Emily, had only recently turned 6. It's hard enough for a parent to raise a young child on their own, doubly so when that child is of the opposite gender, yet that's precisely the predicament I found myself in when Cassandra died. By all means, both sets of grandparents did their best to help out, but my pride dictated that I could only ask so much of them. I needed to prove to everyone, not at least of all myself, that I could do this. I had no desire to be the all but absent father that my own had been, but an endeavor to spend as much time as I could caring for my daughter in the most direct way possible. I won't deny that the odd drink came in handy during this early period, but it was yet to become a problem. Much greater challenges in the early days were the ones that people would think almost trivial. Ensuring my daughter was safe when she used public restrooms, and that she cleaned herself properly when she was in the bathtub. Responsibilities that would normally fall upon the female parent when there is one. Emily was still very young at the time, of course, but old enough to feel awkward that her father was checking in on her during her more private moments. There's no denying that the presence of a woman would have alleviated much of the burden cast suddenly upon both of our lives. It's not like I didn't try to meet other women after Cassandra's passing. I even went on the odd date, but, well, between my teaching job and my responsibilities as a single parent, it was hard to not only find the time, but to find someone to babysit for the evening without calling upon the goodwill of the grandparents yet again. Most of all, though, it was impossible to find someone to fill the yawning void that Cassandra had left in her wake.
I never asked you to be alone, my sweet. You'd have had my blessing if you had found someone else. All I would have asked was that she be a good mother to Emily.
Ah, yes, I remember this evening. My wife left a note for me with a friend of ours who worked at a place called Danny's Cafe. Oh, she always did like her little games. We had a lot of good times in this district, made a lot of good friends, enjoyed a lot of good meals, but there are, unfortunately, other memories which I associate with this place. The note says, "Dearest, come meet me at O'Doyle's at 6:30. Oh, but one small favor along the way. Emily says she left Axel in the playground. You know how upset she gets without her bunny rabbit. Oh dear. Still, I guess I'm not one to judge. I've been known to get a bit negligent from time to time myself." That's one errand run. Next stop, O'Doyle's. The aromas of this district, the delectable scent of recently roasted coffee beans, freshly cut cake, and all manner of chocolatey delights. Truly a gastronome's paradise. The last time Cassandra asked me to meet her here at night, it was to tell me she was pregnant. I wonder what the big news will be this time. Somehow, teaching children of early high school age had done little to prepare me for the task of raising a child not many years younger. She still had an innocence at her age, while the scamps that I taught, I'm being a bit harsh, of course, but, well, the students that I taught were in the process of growing up very quickly, a little too quickly, some of them. I sincerely hoped that my Emily wouldn't be quite so precocious by the time she was that age. I enjoyed taking my daughter on short trips, well away from the city. I didn't want her knowing nothing but schools and streets, which my own life almost seemed to consist of. I figured she needed to breathe a bit of nature every once in a while, enjoy a bit of fresh air. It's one thing to civilize a child, but another to deny them their childhood altogether. We both seem to like the beach, especially. Emily loved the water. In another life, I believe she could have easily been a fish. Sometimes I even called her my little mermaid. She loved the sand too, and liked to build things with it. One day, I helped her make a fairy tale castle and cast her, only in her mind of course, as a kind of mermaid Rapunzel, trapped in a tower far beneath the water, her long hair flowing with the whims of the waves. Would you be my prince and come save me, Daddy, she asked. No, sweetie, that'll be another man. We just don't know who yet. But one day, your prince will come. I further hoped to myself, and only to myself, that the man in question wouldn't merely break her heart. I wished nothing more for her than to find the happily ever after that eludes so many others. For a brief time, when Emily was 7 years old, I managed to get involved with another woman for all of 6 months, another teacher at the same high school. When that ended, we did our best to go back to just being friends and colleagues, but it wasn't long before the woman in question happened to find herself a job at another school. I never knew whether I was the primary cause for her leaving, but knew that it was probably for the best. She only met Emily once. I don't think Emily liked her very much. Yeah, it was probably for the best.
know you always acted with Emily's best interests at heart. And mine when I was alive. You were a good husband. And a good father. Nobody's perfect.